Over here in the red, the victor of the first match. Can he take the second game? StarCraft 1 pro gamer turned StarCraft 2 pro gamer. He is.
A lot of fans here today.
And the crowd goes wild. In the blue, he has got his own unique play style. Very popular player here in Korea. MarineKing Prime. I'm sure all his female fans someday wishing to be the Marine Queen.
Well, Tasteless, this is an exciting match. The cross map. I think this game's going to be great. We want everyone out there. Tell everyone to watch it. Be posted on TeamLiquid.net. Be posted on the SC Reddit.
Get on Twitter.
Get
hashtag
on Twitter.
This.
Hashtag that is the number sign and GSL. And, you know, talk to Tasteless. He's calling me Tasteless. Talk to me. I'm Artosis. Talk to Calm TV Net.
Yep.
Talk to John. He's Junka83.
Spread the word, guys.
Just keep on talking. We're going to trending topics this stuff again, I hope. We did last
we actually
time.
got trending topics in the United States.
With a few terms,
Excellent.
too. GSL, Jinro, Hydra.
Yeah.
It was great. You guys did a great
Excellent.
job getting a lot more viewers through things like this.
So, we have our Terran play. It looks like he might actually go for an expansion here. No gas taken yet from either of these guys. Now, fast expanding on this map is pretty solid.
Yeah.
It is a map that you don't have like a cliff, for instance, at the back of your expansion that can be dropped.
Yeah. And it's just so much more wide open. Even if they attack you and you went for a quick expansion, you can really spread out your units and get some good flanks on it. All the Terran units are ranged, so they hate to be flanked. They hate for stuff to be spread out. You know, they want it just in front of them in a clump. That's how you want to face stuff as Terran. And this map is not really going to allow that. So it really looks like we're going to see fast expansions from both these players.
Now, when you see a fast expansion, it doesn't mean we can indicate what kind of unit composition they're going to get. You can pretty much fast expand into any. Whoa.
Wild.
Whoa. That is pretty sneaky.
I would not be surprised if we saw a double expansion.
Yeah, that's very true.
I think that may be what he's doing. Or he might just be hiding it.
That is some sneaky stuff.
That is.
I've never seen that location on that map. You know, the little gas that comes out, the smoke, excuse me.
Yeah.
You know, hiding a hidden expansion there, that is so smart because, of course, you can just lip that off and take a main. And that's a location that, to be frank, I'm MVP probably won't check for most of the game.
Yeah, I could definitely see that, Tasteless. You know, that's not an area you're going to scout. In fact, this is going to force him because he hasn't scouted the main base yet. He really doesn't know. Is MarineKing going for a fast expansion? That's what he's going to assume. But you can't just play on assumption. It's going to make him use some scans. He's going to be really confused. Or are you proxying something? What's going on? And, you know, MarineKing only needs a little while with that expansion up and an MVP not knowing how to react to get a lead.
Yeah, absolutely. This is a great way to play against somebody if you're not sure you can beat him in a head-to-head economic game. You can hide a base. You can do some sneaky stuff. Now, I'm a little bit nervous for him because there's actually an SCV over here.
This is called Star Sense right here, Tasteless.
Okay, now he's making the orbital back there.
This
oh my
is
God,
called
are you serious?
Star Sense, Tasteless.
He knows something's up. He's gonna spot it. Oh my God!
Amazing by MVP.
Oh no! Yeah, you could see. He just took a big swallow. Gulp.
He did gulp there, Tasteless. Probably some Pepsi, one of our sponsors. Thank you so much, Pepsi.
Yeah, by the way, thanks to our sponsors, Pepsi.
And sending some Marines out. Beautiful counter
right there. This is a disaster right now for MarineKing Prime.
Yeah.
Like, I cannot believe MVP spotted that.
MVP going to get well ahead with these 4 Marines alone, Tasteless. MarineKing way out of position. He could even theoretically lose this command center. And if he loses that, I'm MVP is going to be dancing all the way to the bank.
Yeah,
this is an
no
important
kidding.
map. He's down 0-1. It fits his style perfectly. I don't know.
You can see the Marines are going to get there just too late. They don't spot the command center now. Buildings fly faster in StarCraft 2 than they did in StarCraft 1, so he's going to be able to probably just move that over to, I don't know, the gold base he could take that to.
Oh,
that'd be a little bit risky.
SCV from MarineKing sneaks into MVP's base. He sees the double command center. He sees the double gas in the factory. So now they both have a huge amount of information about each other. And Tasteless, I think MVP is about to take the gold base.
He's just going to take the gold base. He's going to follow up one risk with another. Now, we did see at BlizzCon success with this the Fruit Dealer versus Slayer's Boxer game. That was a Terran versus Zerg. But essentially, you take one risk, you fail, you go, all right, let's just go to the gold.
I tell you what, Tasteless, I actually really like this. He's turning a disadvantage into an advantage right now.
Now, he spots it at the Zelnaga Watchtower.
But a lot of Marines here for MarineKing, only 3 against 4 there. That's not how you win a battle.
No. So more Marines gathering up here. This is going to force MVP to turn around. Nice micro.
Catching those Marines. They have got to get out of there.
You know, I actually thought, you know, we're going to see a third command center here. And he was just going to land that. But instead, you know, he did this pretty sneaky, pretty sneaky move.
Yeah.
I like it.
And it looks like MarineKing really going for his style right now. He's going to be going for medevacs and Marines, the MarineKing with the gold base. If he can just get a very tempo-esque running around with the Marines with stim, keeping MVP off of his gold base for a bit, he's going to be able to use his mules greatly, get more command centers, get even more Marines, keep him off even more, and it's just going to build up and up and up. It's very tempo-based, but he is the best at it. If anyone can do this against I'm MVP, it is MarineKing Prime.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Now, note, we don't generally see Terrans in a Terran versus Terran take the gold base because, as you can see, there's 2 gold bases in the middle. You can just put siege tanks at one of those gold, at the opposing gold base, and hit the mineral line.
The watchtowers as well.
Yeah, or put siege tanks at the Zelnanga watchtowers too. And all of a sudden, you've wasted your time trying to secure this area. And he's going to go ahead and get a third command center.
Well, you know, his income is huge right now, dropping mules at that gold base. He needs less SCVs to saturate it, so it gets saturated quicker as well, even spending less money on SCVs. Gold bases, tasteless, are just better.
They just are. Now, when he sent that Marine up there, MVP did, he probably clicked on the gold patches. He wants to see, all right, how long has he actually been mining from this location? How much money does he have? How worried should I be? And I like this this decision here. He's going to go ahead and say, I'm going to drop the main. It doesn't look like he's going to have a lot of units there. He's probably expecting me to push his gold base. I bet there isn't much at his home. Yeah, I'm going to force him to relocate, and he might even follow this up with a push towards the gold expansion right after the drop occurs.
It could be tasteless, but a drop by MarineKing. He's on top of things as well. But the drop from MVP is going to be a little bit more interesting, I think. Taking out a few depots and stuff can really mess up, you know, the fluidity of his macro with all these minerals. He's got to keep his macro up. Losing any part of his economy, any add-ons, any depots, all that can be very painful. And MVP going for it. Here we go, MarineKing losing several SCVs already. Very good micro.
Brilliant play here. He will probably get out of here before he has to lose any of those Marines.
Notice taking out some depots.
Now, what he wants to do, it looks like those SCVs got in the way of the Marines. He wants to intercept that.
And he's going to get out of there. But at the same time, beautiful move there. Taking out all the SCVs at the gold base. Huge move by MVP. Oh my, Tasteless. He just destroyed that gold base economy.
That was genius right there. He target fired the SCVs and the mules. There's basically nothing at the gold base right now. Now he's going to follow that up with a push. This could be pretty bad for MarineKing.
But don't forget, MarineKing does have 3 bases.
He is
MVP,
upgrading.
Though, is going to hit a sick timing push. There is no doubt about that. He's going to bring siege tanks, Marines, medevacs, and stim. And he is going to push hard on that gold base pretty soon. Now, while MarineKing is just trying to re-macro back up, get his SCVs, get his economy going to where he wants it.
Now, one thing to keep in mind is that when MarineKing does get behind in the game, he tends to drop his opponent's main and try to take out the production facilities, sometimes forcing a stalemate or a very unusual situation. By the way, it looks like we're going to have a drop over here, but it looks like he's actually prepared. The sensor tower was being constructed, and he doesn't know that all these units are about to come surprise him.
Goodbye.
Very nice.
MarineKing taking out many of his subjects in a medevac there. A king's got to do what a king's got to do, Tasteless, but here comes that timing push.
This is the most pivotal part of the game, this timing push.
It certainly is. Look at this beautiful positioning on the siege tanks. He's just going to have to run. He cannot defend this in that
to the gold base. He has to ditch it. There's no way.
He just has to let it go. And notice he is going to do that. Probably just lift up that command center, fly it back to a back expansion, counterattack somewhere. And this is where MarineKing really shines. So stuff starts getting down and dirty, and he gets scrappy. Here he goes.
He's scanned it. He knows that there's an army pushing over here. He's going to stem. He's darting towards the expansion. The expansion, somewhat defended, not entirely naked, but still, this could be pretty bad.
A lot of Marines and Marauders, Tasteless. Here he goes. Going to take out that bunker in mere seconds.
Remember, his infantry is more upgraded than his opponents.
Flanked by MVP as well as some siege tanks. And MarineKing, he's got to get out of there, trying to go back, engages in a better location. The siege tank's not sieging. Will MarineKing pull through?
No.
And he may even lose his medevacs. If he loses all those medevacs, Tasteless, it'll be bad, but he doesn't. So it's okay.
So it's perfectly fine. Well, MarineKing couldn't be in a worse position. He lost the bulk of his army. Now he can replenish that pretty quickly. He did have a lot of reactors. He did not lose the command center. And this game is getting pretty interesting. Now note, he is never missing a beat with upgrading the infantry.
Yeah, getting 2-2 right now. MVP though coming out with a very, very strong push. Siege tanks do such massive splash damage to those Marines. And of course the Marines do a lot of damage themselves. This is going to be a really hard attack for MarineKing to defend correctly. But it is a wide open area, so if he controls right, he could hold it.
All right, this is tense. He's moving in. Now note, the MarineKing could have a nice flank over here on the high ground. Now this is what pros do. They drop in one location, push in another. They say, I know you can't be everywhere at once. Here he comes now, he's sieging up. MarineKing has to back up. He can't engage the siege tanks.
And beautiful attacking at the same time with Marines in the main base. MarineKing, he is spread too thin, Tasteless. What does he do? He decides a counterattack is in order, but MVP, I think he's going to be well defended at home.
He could lose the orbital. If he loses the orbital, there's not much chance of him coming back. And look at that. MVP already knows what MarineKing's going to do, and he has an army just parked there ready to do this. And he says, oh, all right, I guess I can't attack that. And I think he might tap out here.
Beautiful play by MVP, really showing his skill. Look at that, even sending his SVs up the ramp, floating his command center, and he knows that there's a counter coming. All he has to do is stop and he wins the game. Beautiful play by MVP. It's this guy, Starfable Tasteless.
Okay,
I don't know.
GG. Damn. Man, oh man.
MVP.
Talk about a guy who's prepared for his opponent's style. The moment that he realized he had the game won, he goes back to his base, moves all his SCVs at the ramp, sieges up siege tanks in the middle and parks Marines over it. It completely deflects. The one way that MarineKing Prime could keep the game going. Man, I cannot believe how solid this play is. It's actually absolutely unbelievable. Now, I don't actually know what MarineKing's supposed to do to come back Artosis. I'm getting a little bit nervous for the guy.
I am too, man. MVP is looking unbeatable.
Yeah.
He played just about perfectly there. I mean, he had the star sense to go and be like, there's something going on. There are Banshees over there. I think that's what he's looking for, is a proxy starport.
Yeah.
In fact, MarineKing recently did that in a TVT.
You know what? If he was going to hide the command center, he probably should have done it at the bottom location.
Yeah, that's a very good point.
For two reasons. First of all, that the Terran's not as likely to scout there, because you're right, you do hide proxy starport to make Banshees there in Terran versus Terran. Also, if he took that main and it wasn't spotted, let's say the game goes on for like 30 minutes. That's the main that he would have had to have taken.
Yeah, that would have been MVP's base.
MVP's,
a little mistake there, but he floats to the gold, which is a beautiful move.
Yeah, that was sexy.
And dodges those Marines. And even gets that such quick third base. But the drops and the defense by MVP, impeccable. Does a lot of damage with it. Does just beautiful, beautiful moves. The siege tank's on the little ledge there. That was impossible for him to attack.
Yeah.
Awesome play by MVP. He is looking godly right now.
He is. Well, MarineKing Prime is not a guy that chokes. He doesn't really get nervous, so he could still come back and do something. I just don't know what that something is. I mean, if there's a map where Marine Marauder Medevac is supposed to work, it's Metalopolis.
Especially those positions. That was the map for MarineKing right there. Xel'Naga might be very good for him as well. We'll have to see when we get there, which is actually the next game.
Yeah.
But
by the way, guys, get on Twitter and make that hashtag for the GSL.
That's right.
The more we promote GSL, the better it is for esports.
Very true. We want everyone to be watching the GSL, to be playing Starcraft 2. This is the greatest video game in the entire world, no doubt about it.
It's the truth. We're spitting truth.
We are, Tasteless. Yeah. Esports is the sports of the future.
We might go to a commercial break.
We might not. Who knows?
So, guys, you got a little bit of break time to take the pizza out of the oven. Okay.
Or microwave a slice of pizza from
Probably
last
got time to make Pop-Tarts.
If that's your cup of tea,
you might want to clean off your computer desk. It's probably pretty gross.
But what you really want to do is get on Twitter, get on TeamLuca.net, get on Reddit, get on Facebook, and talk about the GSL.
Yeah,
because
spread the word.
This tournament is just going to get bigger and bigger and bigger. We're going to have more foreigners down here next season. It's going to get better and better every time.
All right, guys. I can't believe how many people are down here, by the way. It's packed. I've never seen this many people here, or here for a GSL final.
Yeah.
Man. So when our Korean commentators are ready, we're going to close out here. Until then, still got some downtime. So this is the GSL. We'll be right back, guys. Don't go anywhere.